at today's two-day business process workshop for MSMEs. I am Salih Antata Mahmoud, Technical Working Group. Like my popular musician, late Dr. Sikiro and barrister Mr. Fuji used to say, Ishelo Moshe, and Mama Shata too used to say, Aiki Shika Ewanda Kodade. Today is a day that if you have not woken up from your slumber, if you have not digitalized, you are going to be challenged to be digitalized. Today's workshop was born out of the desire of the organizers to bridge the implementation gap by MSMEs, as well to promote digital inclusion by small and micro business owners, as well as value addition within value chain. We know what is entrepreneurship. We know what is being on your own. Beyond just one-man business, we all need to be serious with the digitalization process. Today, even if you have to buy fare, it has become digitalized. If you have to fly abroad, it has become digitalized. So also your businesses, whether in the heart of Sampato, Zamfara, Kwara, Jigawa, Enugu, Oyo, or Osun, you have to embrace and imbibe the culture of digitalization, for the fact that we cannot survive in isolation. If we call ourselves third world country and tomorrow we want to be reckoned with, we have to do what is done in Australia, where Mr. Greg Todd comes from, or do what is done in Russia, China, France, India, and other first world countries, because it's our prayer tomorrow to do business from our doorsteps to international attraction. For this singular reason, you are going to be enjoying the vibes of internationally endorsed and accredited analysts, as well as intellectuals like Mr. Greg Todd from Australia. Can I have you stand, Mr. Greg Todd? You are welcome. And we also have Mr. Paul. Mr. Paul is a retired deputy director in Federal Civil Service. And we also have a man that looks like former Vice President Atiku Abubakar. Every time I see Alhaji Kabir Usman, I feel fulfilled, because when most of us went into government, he refused. He held on to Al-Sabur, and today SY Engineering. Alhaji Kabir is also here in the house. He's a force to reckon with in Niger State. Now, Sarah Zazan Suleja is a title holder in the ancient and prestigious Suleja Emirate Council. We also have Manan Yasin. For anyone that knows Yasin, the former president of Nigerian Union of Road Transport Workers. The heir apparent is in our midst. You are welcome. And to Madam Ibrahim Mujtaba, Madam Mujtaba is one of the conveners and organizers. That has been a very wonderful man. On this note, before we start properly, I'd like to say, on behalf of the organizers, you are Muna Moko Ekabo, Marabanko Lesoa. I don't know the Igbo one, but if there is any Igbo one, that is my friend, can also assist us. Thank you very much. And we're going to be done by erudite Adeleke Damian Mary, development experts. You're welcome, sir. I love your mustache. It looks, for those of us that know Oliver the Cobb, he was an Igbo musician. You're welcome, sir.
My name is Damian Mary. Today, like he has said, we'll try to see how we build ourselves into the 21st century work that we are doing. We try to see how to take our businesses to the next level. we're trying to see how to leave our comfort zones and do something extraordinary. Because somebody told me one thing that if it doesn't inconvenience you, it will not challenge you. And if it doesn't challenge you, you will not make effort to change anything. So our businesses today, most of us will still do things in the old fashion. And then we are trying to see how do we do it looking forward. We in the development sector, one thing that the COVID-19 has taught us is that we cannot be doing the same thing in the same way over and over again. When the COVID-19 came, what it did to us was close down everywhere. It affected us most because our programs and activities centers around, bringing people together, do campaign, go and visit government, shout, go green, shout, we go green and all that. And the government says sit at home. And then we started thinking, what do we do next? Some people were practically losing their jobs. And then came the virtual meetings. I had 2 meetings today before I got here. I started one at 7 o'clock, and then started the other one at 8 o'clock. At 9 o'clock, sorry. So I finished and I started coming. And so that is what digitization is doing for us. So my duty is not to preach. My duty is to make you and you feel at home. That we are together and we are friends and we are brothers. And then for us to look at how do I relate with A and B to make our businesses grow. So I want us to smile to ourselves. There is a paper I distributed earlier. What I just want you to do for me is write 2 things, because there is no time. I wouldn't want us to go too far. Write 2 things about yourself. One about yourself, the other about your business. 2 things you write for me. Let's take just 3 minutes to do that. There is a white paper I brought. Don't write your name. Don't write your name. Just write one thing about you, 1 sentence. The next one about your business. Right. Everybody, just one thing about, if you don't have a business, just write, I don't have a business. If you are done, let's signal me. There was something I learned from the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He said, you know that the phone you have in your hand is a dead capital. Wow. What could that be? Your phone. This Android phone that you have. Let me have yours. Let me have yours. You are going to talk to 8 people. Now, when we are done with talking with them, you will come out and introduce the person you have spoken to. That person you hear that you just spoke to, you are going to introduce the person, not yourself. You will. So if you meet me, you will talk about me, talk about my name, and talk about what I told you that strikes you. Okay? You understand that? So you meet somebody today, it doesn't matter. Meet the person, have a discussion, then introduce the person to us. So let's do that. We have just 3 minutes to do this. So I close my eyes and I show. Who did it for? Okay. So two of you, one person decide. So one person decide.
It's not me. It's him. It's not me, sir.
Ladies first.
But that's not me.
What ladies is this is ladies' world? Ladies first. So just pick it.
I don't know who was the time, but good day, everyone. I'm Halima by name. Okay, I don't need to introduce. I should just talk about the person. Okay, I met with Greek Tube. That's his name. So he's into.
Can we see this?
Okay, sorry, he's here.
Okay. Okay, because you are introducing him.
Okay.
So can you please tell us how you see? She's kind of reading your is it your biography or
Yeah, so he's here to eliminate poverty. He's here to help people to grow into their businesses, whichever business they are. So that is what his own personality is, and I think that's the reason that I got. Am I right? Okay, thank you.
Please choose the next person first. Choose the next person. Who is coming on board?
Oh, I should close my eyes.
You can open your eyes. You can close your eyes. Okay. Alright. Thank you. Just introduce the person.
Good morning, all. I think I met with somebody. I just see him today, and by the grace of God, I think he's going to be my best friend as well. His name is Colin Ochoawe. Colin Ochoawe, see him there standing, and he's a Ijoman by tribe from River State, and he's into security business. And I think I and him were here to achieve this 2-day workshop for our future goal precisely. So thank you so much.
Okay. Can you choose the next person for us? Okay. Just pick the paper. Okay. Choose the next person.
Good day, everyone. Okay, I'm here to introduce Mrs. Rashida. She's a mother, and
Where is she?
Mrs. Rashida.
Okay.
She's a mother, and she's from Kebbi State. She's into organic products, baking soap, facial cream, scrub, and she's also her business is online. I think that's what we are here to improve our online business. So well done. Thank you.
Thank you.
You need to pick up the
Good day, everyone. I met with Mr. Asim. He's there. I think he has an office here in Abuja.
Mr. Kassim.
Mr. Asim.
Okay.
Yasin. Sorry, he's into travel and tour. I think I'll meet the first friend today because I'm about to make travel in Europe. That's very soon. Thank you.
Thank you. So choose the next person. All right. So the whole idea of this is for us to be free with ourselves, okay? For us to make friends, for us to be able to talk, for us to make ourselves interact.
So I'm here to introduce Mr. Hassan Yao. He's into clothing lines, outfits, hijabs, Mr. Hassan, and has an online business as well. So he's here to improve on that. That's basically.
Okay, thank you. So choose the next person for us.
Okay.
Hello everyone. I'm here to introduce Mr. Sani. He's the director of RC Investment. He's into general business contractor, right? And I'm happy to meet you.
And I think we are happy to meet him too. Thank you. So choose the next person for us. You can just point the person. Okay, yeah.
Good afternoon. I'm here to introduce Mr. Garba. Garba is into...
Okay, who is he?
Yes.
Okay.
He's into business communication. So, as he's here today, and he's here one that is online or in business in online community.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, thank you. So choose the next person for us. Last rest, just choose somebody else for us.
Good afternoon. Today I met with Sanusi Lawala, he's a staff of AEDC and also a businessman. He's from Kano State. I was like.
Thank you. So let me just have
Why I'm Bankers Bank.
Be gracious enough.
2 minutes?
Small?
No, 2 minutes.
Okay, 2 minutes. Please, can we all come out? All of us, let us come out. Let's stand here. Okay, let's count down this our oath office. So at the count of 3, please pick one paper. 1, 2, 3, go. Quickly. Okay. All right, because I just have 2 minutes, I'll need you to go back to your seats. Okay, I want Mr. Abe, try and locate the person that wrote this. You wrote it. Okay, let me meet our guy here. Try and locate the person that wrote this. From the introduction that have been made, the person wrote about its business. Try and locate the person.
Business into security devices.
Okay, into security devices. Somebody mentioned it here.
The other guy there.
No. You are not supposed to raise your hand up. You would have allowed him to locate you. Okay, can you please have a handshake with him? Just have a handshake with him. Okay, thank you very much because my time is off. As time goes on, we will use these other documents and papers for. Thank you very much.
You are not going. Yes, in the presidential villa, you have the president. Once he enters the council chamber, nobody moves. I'm the commander-in-chief here. I'm also the provost. Another round of applause for him. And you know he has a unique name, Mary. Yes, I used to know Prime Minister of Ethiopia then. Mengistu Haile Mariam, you remember, sir? Thank you very much. You've been very wonderful. Thank you very much. Yes, while we were doing the interaction, we had one elder stateswoman, a woman of reputation, a top Nigerian initiator, somebody who was among the backs of the major opposition party, yesterday's ruling party, People's Democratic Party. Anything associated with Dr. Mrs. Olu is associated with the economy, human capacity building, politics, as well as gender issues. Can we welcome Dr. Olu Wilson, our mother, to give us words of encouragement before we bring on board our international friend, Mr. Greg Todd.
Thank you very much. This is my brother, my real brother. In fact, I was in a function when they called me to remind me that I need to be here. They were wondering what kind of function would have made me leave Rescue Nigerian project to come here. It's because of you all, beautiful people of Nigeria. You are the real Nigerians, honestly. You are the real Nigeria because you're looking forward for your future. You are here to make sure that your future is secured. You are here because of who you are. And I thank God I'm able to be here, to be part of you. I also want to still learn. You never told me to learn. I'm 61 years old. I don't look it, but I am 61. And I'm still part of youths like you. And Nigeria must survive, irrespective of whatever is going on. We must all take Nigeria together. Thank you very much and God bless you. I'm grateful. Thank you.
Thank you very much, our Mother Teresa, because I have been close to you for up to 20 years. You are the first person. A round of applause for our mommy. Like the way I will see the likes of Dr. Yakubu Lame, Ahmed Moazu, Alhaji Mahmoud Ali Ahmed, late Al-Kaleri, and other important people, so also you are in that class. Because as young media men, I can vividly remember 1998 when PDP was to be set up at Sheraton. You say, young men, come, you must take the news. Madam never discriminated against us as growing pressmen then. So they wrote the constitution of PDP. Another round of applause for you now. And thank you very much. We are glad to have you here. On this note, I like to invite with 21 gun salutes, with 50 diplomatic salutes, because he's an international man, a man that I learn from every day, even though as a certified television and radio analyst, security analyst, and as well an international collaborator on peace. I learn from your genuity, your brilliance, your enterprising spirit, your devoted skill, your love for Nigeria, and your human capacity building. May I have the floor to invite our one and only Australian Mr. Greg Todd to give you some itemized economic analysis on why you must start as entrepreneurs. Good morning, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Dedication and demonstrates passion, which you're going to need in your business. And as you know, if you've started a business, it tests all those things. The innovation in real ventures is what's vital in this country in the war against poverty. Why do I say that? Look, in most developed countries, SMEs employ over 80% of the workforce. So what you're embarking on is not just for yourself and your own vision, it's something that's vital for this country if we're going to get this country out of poverty. It's very essential. SMEs employ the people, not governments, not big companies. One thing that SMEs do though is they've got the flexibility to adapt to those gaps in the market. Government and large companies rely on SMEs, believe it or not. They're a vital part of any business. So you've got a great opportunity in this country. And micro SMEs, that's where SMEs come from. They're the babies. So what you're building can grow very quickly, extremely quickly. To double the size of a big company is very, very difficult, capital intensive. Your companies over the next couple of years could grow 100 times, very easily. So you can imagine how quickly that can have an effect on the country. On a positive note, Nigeria's government has a lot of programs. They have a lot of resource. There's a lot of things that have been done to support business. but it's very hard to tap into, as you all know and you've experienced. It's extremely hard. I hope incentives like this one help bridge that gap and help get you in a position where you can tap into those incentives and grow your business further. This can be a catalyst for opening up those channels. You're here today because you've already demonstrated you've got a clear path to blaze and you're committed to the challenge. You're on a journey, and on any journey you need a destination and a map. Business is no different. Your business will get you to your destination, what your goals are, but they need to be clear. That road's going to be either a smooth highway or it can be the toughest voyage through the roughest seas. How well your business is prepared and how clear your objectives are is very pivotal to your success or failure. You need to prepare to weather the storm and not lose sight of your end goals. Sometimes in business, and especially growing a small business, you may feel like throwing in the towel. These groups and groups like this can grow your network, and that network is going to be invaluable as you go through those tough times and as you go through the stormy seas, because what that does is gives you like people to lean on. You know, a lot of your family, your friends probably won't understand what you're trying to do. They won't be as supportive as you hope they would be. But people that have been there and done that, people that have been through this storm, they're the best asset you can lean on, because they're people that understand what you need to go through. They're people that have encountered problems that you may be able to avoid. Okay, in Nigeria, my experience here, it's no different to any other part of the world starting a business. In fact, it's very, very similar, and you'll find that the more you travel, people are alike, businesses alike. Look, you've got some higher hurdles to jump here as far as some challenges that you have, but with that, you've also got massive opportunities, incredible opportunities. You've got a massive population, a massive market. You've got a lot of things that need improvement. You've got a lot of gaps that need filling. And that's just a fantastic opportunity for any small business to jump into. You've obviously identified the opportunities because you're here. We're here to help. We hope we can be a catalyst to springboard your business, to help your business grow. One of the things that's very important here can be summed up by a quote from Thomas Edison, who said, "I've not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that it doesn't work." And many of life's failures are people who did not realise how close they were to success when they gave up. That's so applicable to small business. Knowing your market, your industry, being able to learn from the experience of others and benchmark yourself on the best will help springboard your business. Also from the start, knowing why, or the typical reasons why a small business fails, the pitfalls, and being prepared, and how to avoid them. We have an old saying which we used to use in the military, which was your 7 Ps, which was prior planning and preparation prevents peak poor performance. And that's just being prepared for what you're doing. Being disciplined in what you do. Your self-discipline. Having to work when you don't feel like working, because you will have to do that in a small business. And getting through those hard times, that's when you need people to lean on. If you want an easy dollar, you're in the wrong place. Buy a tax lotto ticket or a lotto ticket. No one has built a successful, sustainable business without the sweat and tears. But it's also one of the most rewarding things you'll do in your life. And getting to your goals, it's probably the only way in a lot of cases. Thank you.
She's an elder stateswoman in right. because we appreciate people with legacy and not people with money. Money can vanish, money can finish, but legacy remains. Today, the son of Yasin, former president, National Union of Road Transport Workers, is here. We are appreciating the legacies of our daddy. Dr. Olusim is here. We are appreciating this legacy. Mr. Greg also is here because of his legacy. And we have another elder statesman from Niger State, Malam Usman Kabir Al-Aji, who is accompanied by his two wonderful children. Rise up for recognition, young Shangro, please. Those two children of Al-Aji Usman, rise up. These are the two wonderful Navy and Air Force officers in his home. I would like to have Al-Aji Kabir to give us at least 2 minutes of how it has been being the managing director of Al-Sabur from Abacha time till date, how we were able to survive. 2 or 5 minutes. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My auntie, good afternoon. I'm very glad to be here. Honestly, you have come to the right place if you want to develop your business. My friend here, Megula, has said it all, and she has said it all. You have every opportunity to make it here in Nigeria. You have the population, you have the business opportunities, and we said information sometimes is power. There are some government programs to support your businesses, but if you don't know, you don't have the information, you'll be left out. Is it it? Yes. And again, this information sometimes in Nigeria, somebody will say, if you don't know who is who, you cannot make it. But try to make it from the heart. Think big from your heart. If you want to make it, you can make it from your heart. Yes. Say yes, I can, and you make it by Jesus' name and by God's name. By the special grace of God. What's a simple servant? I started Women Affairs. So then in 2000, I was loved by the minister then, Aisha Rufai. I was seconded to the SA, then Executive Secretary of the FCDA, but then I'm more entrepreneur than working in government. Even when I was in government, in fact, before coming to Women Affairs, I came there in the name of just for me to supply these cottage industries for the women and support this NGO, these women in poverty, women in politics, women in health. These are women because my mom died in breast cancer. So I had more of a humanitarian person. What I mean by humanitarian person is that to get money from the government to assist the business enterprises, women enterprises, and women in need. So I started a company called as a facility management, as a cleaning services. There are some PPP arrangement government do, and in your businesses, you can be supplying, you can benefit from the government if you are into businesses. Like my security person, my security firm over there, when you are into supplies, under provisions, you can supply so many things to the government. The government can give you that support if you have the proper information. So sorry, I'm not here to give lecture. I'm here to receive lecture from my friend here. But we are into Abuja here. It's a place where you can make a lot of things. Yeah. So I started with Asabo as a cleaning services. I clean half of Usetu. That's what I know most of the streets there. Limited. We are into provisions. There are some government, every day there are workshops, every day there are seminars. You can as well get information so that you can be supplying those ones at a higher rate. So we are here to receive a lecture, 2 days lectures, so that we can improve our businesses. Because no matter how, you have to get learning day by day. So, if you look at Abuja now, you'll be looking, estate developer is fine, building. Yes, you can, which is something you can, that attests that when you are developing your businesses, you can as well put in your money, small money, to get another capital. We have all this, so we are here to learn all this processes. So small person into small businesses. So I went to partnership with Turkish construction company. So when somebody came, he said, let's get them where the empty and you have SY engineering. Why can't you go into estate development? And you have every opportunity here in Abuja. So I was pursuing about 3 years now, which we have got and very mighty projects at here Zone 3 to develop a mighty project of 18 to 9.7 billion into Bpr. How do I do it? By attending seminars like this, workshops, learning, reading, inspirational, focus. You need to focus on your businesses as well. And you have to be honest. And above all, think, yes, I can. There are a lot of challenges. Just the way our first presenter said it, the COVID-19, when it comes in, I was able to, I can't stay redundant. I was able to make my garden, to make my farm. People are coming. That was when I know people who are around me, because stay at home makes me to know people who are around. Because I don't stay at home. I work in the morning, I come back in the evening. Just make. So hard work, focus is all what it takes for somebody to be a great businessman. So let me just stay here. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Our youngest leader statesman, the Dancer of Suleja. For those of you that know Suleja, the emirate is one of the highest emirates in the entire Niger State. Yes. So another round of applause for our title holder. We are very happy. The man I'm going to call is a man I need to make interviews, because sometimes I say, are you sure you are from Kano? He's too intelligent. Like this morning, somebody was involved in fallacy. I will tell you that at a later time, because I've started one of the SA to Vice President, Mrs. Noye, coming there. Mrs. Noye, you are welcome. Even though you are late, I will report to His Excellency Osibanjo that is SA was late. That is SA Political Office of Vice President, Mrs. Noye. You are welcome. Just be coming like that. I'm the Commander-in-Chief there. No, you have to come. I'm the CEC. Buhari is CEC in the Bila. I'm the CEC here. This is your table, man. You are welcome, man. Yes, another round of applause for her. You see, even from the presidential Bila, they didn't give us an ugly woman. My mother, Mrs. Olu, is very beautiful. Madam Noye is beautiful. All the women here are beautiful. Madam, if you have a last one who is not up to 60 years, I want to go to jail for child abuse. Anyone can take it. Welcome. That's the SA Political to Vice President, Mrs. Noye. You are welcome, ma'am. And how is our work doing today? Yes, I hope he gave you plenty of amala. Because the last time you invited me to your office, they brought drumsticks, but there was one particular food. I now saw Lekki. I said, how can you be bringing food from Lekki? Your office is very sweet. Welcome, ma'am. Yes, on this note, I'd like to have Malam Ibrahim Mojtaba. Before I hand over the microphone, a round of applause for this wonderful man. I had the opportunity to serve as Director of Security while I was Director of Program at the prestigious Bpr Foundation in Lake Chad, Maitama. And there was a business I went to municipal and brought. Those Ahmad Masha that remove your numbers. Thank God our other senior director was there. He was Director of Media. We are the one that taught those boys abracadabra. Itato. Ahmad Masha was set up by Municipal Council Chairman without having template, no rules of engagement, no anything to do. We initiated the idea, and the municipal chairman approved it. Me, I am good at practical, I'm not good at theory. I now looked at it and said, this man is too digitalized. Everything is digitalized. Even the DG of Bpr Foundation relies on him. Within a day, Malan Ibrahim Mustaba was able to package the training process for Ahmad Marshal, those ones that wears brown and black. This was the engine room that capacitated their training. And for somebody to graduate from training uniform agencies, even though it's of the third tier, to come to entrepreneurship tells you is multi-talented. And when we are saying we lack leaders with initiative from the north, most of the times I say if we have SLS, Sanusi, Lamido Sanusi, there are the imagined SLS that are still coming, and one of them is Alhaji Mustaba. I'm glad to be your friend and your former colleague. On this note, is going to be giving us something we are going to learn, just like Mr. Greg talked on transitioning to a digitally inclined entrepreneur, accelerating digital inclusion. Ibrahim.
At your respective businesses, be it brand depth, a website, a strategic plan, you're going to start right there. You're already on it. So I'm just guiding you through the process. So there's going to be a technical session tomorrow, which will be grouped according to the sector of the business. But before then, we would like to guide you in this process. The topic is transitioning to a digitally inclined entrepreneur. The world currently is already a knowledge-based economy. An economy that relies on intellectual capacity, an economy that relies on knowledge to solve complex challenges. A very typical example is COVID. COVID came, we are not prepared, and first line responders, experts, digital enthusiasts have to get on with it. There's no even time to come up with solutions. Then businesses, individuals latch on those challenges, to those opportunities, and immediately, because we have to continue living, we don't have, because of the lockdown, we don't need to say, okay, COVID is around, we can't do anything. We have to bring up solutions. So those are those opportunities that we're trying to tell you about. Next slide, please. Next slide. Next slide. First, we have to demystify all those myths, like digital is not good, or me, I cannot be digitally mapped, or it's very, very difficult to set up a website, so it's very, very difficult to operate my business online. Oh, there's a lot of fraud online. So we have to demystify that myth. So simply look at your business mirror. What do you see? Your business mirror is your business process. What are you doing? Which tools are you currently leveraging on within what you know? So that's the business mirror. What do you see? Are you really doing the right thing? Are you really leveraging what's available for you to leverage on? So it's a question that begs for answers from different individuals doing different things. What century are we in? 21st century, of course. There are so much opportunities. Do you understand what the four critical thinkers are doing? Have you experienced any of it? Zoom, or this virtual session. You're here and other people are already part of us. We're already experiencing it. Financial transactions, transacting business, a lot of opportunities. So we're already experiencing it, either consciously or unconsciously. Just even in communication and interaction, they are all part of the digital processes. So can we feel it? We're already feeling it. So therefore, digital is good, and it is for your progress, be it as an individual or as a business owner. A business not adopting digital tools are not doing themselves any good. They're the ones losing that opportunity. And it might also interest you to know that within what you know, the little thing that you think you know, or that you think that you don't have a wide range of targets, digital inclusion can be able to give you that opportunity to access a wider horizon. Next slide, please. So, where are we today? This is just a situation update to remind ourselves the current era that we currently live in. The dawn of the 21st century has brought with it a staggering new array of tools, resources, changing the very fabric of business as we know it. Though it may take some time to realize many other changes on the horizon, it has been small businesses that has seen one of the most significant transformations. This I'm talking from the global perspective. Leveraging their small staffs and budgets with the new power of the internet and a new way of doing business as well, these entrepreneurs have changed what small business means and push back its geographic and other limits. This simply means a service provider sitting at the comfort of the, comfort zone, it may be home, small office, can provide services not just within their location but beyond Nigeria, beyond Africa, and the whole at large. Now there are so many opportunities, like the current administration is driving a national policy and strategy on digital economy. They're trying to see how digital economy is going to improve the Commission's GDP, and you can be part of it by just doing the simple thing, be digitally included. Then you'll be part of it. You'll be able to make more money, you'll be able to serve more people, then the economy naturally grows while you are doing that. You are doing it for yourself. You are not doing it for any other person, but for your business. Once you're able to do it, once you're able to apply it the right way, that means your business will prosper, you'll be able to employ more people, then people will get jobs, and naturally, the whole thing, government jobs are no longer available. That's the clear fact. You have to quit from even believing that, okay, you're going to graduate from school and expect a job out there sitting for you. You have to use what you learned in school to try and make ends meet by yourself, not relying on 9-to-5 job. Because 21st century has given you so many opportunities. We in a particular scope, but I will have digress and give you all those analysis. Next slide. The new world of work and business. This I don't want to say a new world order, but that's the thing. In 2015, Klaus Schwab, executive chairman of the World Economic Forum, introduced the term, and I quote from him, Fourth Industrial Revolution, to describe the current wave of technological innovation. The fourth revolution is all about communication and connectivity. It's blurring the lines among the physical, digital, and the biological worlds, and it has the power to transform entire systems of production, management, and governance. We have to talk about in the context of Nigeria. Currently, this administration is currently implementing an e-governance plan, ICT roadmap, digital economy strategy. It has 8 pillars. Then broadband plan, like for people to be able to connect to the internet. We had, I think it's 54 now, 54%, almost 115 internet users. That's opportunity. So we're just trying to remind ourselves all the opportunities around us. Then breaking it down for you, the 4 industrial revolutions that we had. We had the industrial revolution, mechanized production that happened in 1780 to 1840. Then we had the technical and scientific revolution, which created mass production, 1870 to 1970. Then we had the digital revolution, which automated all our processes, automated production 1970s to present. In the 70s, something happened with Kodak. One of the staff brought it to the management that, oh, why don't we adopt digital? Kodak refused. And it's only a matter of time, after 3 decades, they're out of business entirely. The whole heavyweight like Kodak just got out of business because they did not adopt digital. They did not become digitally included. They're now currently communication and connectivity revolution. That's the 21st century. That's where we're living. So that reminds us that since we're in the 21st century, we have to just quit the bad behavior of resisting anything digital. Quit any bad behavior that will not make us leverage with the opportunities that are at our disposal to use. Next slide. The 21st century entrepreneur, digitally skilled, speak the language. The language of today is digital literacy. In the past, the person that can read or write is assumed or presumed literate. But in this particular century that we live, you have to be able to speak the language of today, just like the way we can speak other languages. No? So, first, you need to do this. Getting on the map. Are we up to training? Training will be about, that's a pilot, because we are implementing, what we're saying, we are implementing right away without any, we're not letting you go home, to just think, oh, you've come to a workshop, blah, 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 another workshop without implementing. So you have to implement what we've learned here. So that's why we have the technical session. Getting on the digital map, that's the website. Each of the participants here, those businesses that don't have a website, basic website, you have to get it right away without, So then deploying the tools. 20 of these entrepreneurs will deploy and understand the tools. It's not just about the website, there are tools that connect those businesses. Be it your service provider, be it your sales product, service. I think I can remember there was some of you that are into production. For any collection, that's somebody providing educational services, resplendent tutors, and there's some that are making bits. There are technical service providers that are, some of you that are selling to providing services, GT Track, I think it's one of the companies that's here, and some few others as well. Okay, agency. This is where in the 21st century, by leveraging the digital tools.
A very pretty, tall-looking woman entered, and we acknowledged her. If I were the president and commander-in-chief, I would have given Madame Noé responsibility of Director General National Commission for Refugees. And if you ask me reasons, I will tell you. That is where the money is right now. Anytime there is war of terrorism or armed banditry, humanitarian crisis, much money are appropriated. My mommy, Madam Olusi, doctor of repute, will attest to that. In Syria today, the ministries that are making money are ministries that are related to humanitarian services. So, Madam Noé, don't worry. When we move forward, we'll give you Commission for Refugees. Our IDP camps will be well fed. There won't be diversion of funds. Another round of applause for you. On this note, I'd like to call on Madam Noé Ojebwe, Special Assistant to President on Political Matters, Office of the Vice President, to give us presidential remarks. Because this your title is too much. Madam, you can see I don't understand plenty English. Essay to President, Office of Vice President, too. So you are a great woman.
Mr. Sadi knows how to pull my legs. Don't mind him. He likes to speak too much English. He's a media man. He's used to facing cameras and making speeches. Really and truly, I want to encourage the people that have set up this program, workshop on business processes workshop for MSMEs. You know, we all know that SMEs is the basis of every economy. It's what drives every economy. I have also been one. I think I graduated from school 1996, right? And I didn't work for up to 5 years. I read accounting, and I majored in what's it called now? HR. That was the work I did the first time. I worked as HR for a long time with a consulting firm. And that helped me. I didn't earn so much, but I worked for a very short period of time. I worked for less than 3 years. But I learned a lot. Because you see Silverbird, I don't know if they are this small. I was the one that recruited for Silverbird. They had started their radio reading 93.7 in Lagos. And then when they started their cinema and TV, I was the in-house consultant at that time. Even the pageantry, they are the owners of the most beautiful girl in Nigeria. So that I did a lot of work as a consultant. I earned so much, so small. But then I was taught a lot. And within 3 years, I was able to pull out and I started working for myself. Then I started doing, I'm not here to talk about myself, I'm trying to talk about the beauty of working for yourself. Then I started with event management in Lagos. Did that before I progressed to facility management. That is what I'm doing till today. This political environment is just by the way, and it is just, that's why I don't like being emphasizing on it. You can never catch me and ask me who I am, and I tell you I'm an essay. I don't do that. It just came and it is a passing phase. Because the basis of it and the basis of the income I make today is actually from the work I do, and I am still doing by the grace of God. I manage facilities, I do cleaning, I used to do security until the Wahala became a bit more. Then I do like a whole building like this, we clean, we do maintenance, we do change of, when you get those kind of jobs, you will be surprised at the kind of money you make. And that is what I have done as an entrepreneur. And thank God I don't regret it today. Because then I have trained my children as soon as you finish, you enter secondary school, university, every holiday, if you don't have opportunity to go for holiday outside Nigeria, for the whole of August, you must go and learn what to do. Today, my son has, all of my 3 children have left universities, and they are all somehow entrepreneurs. My daughter, during the lockdown, the person that was speaking last talked about lockdown. During the lockdown, there was this program that came up about agriculture. She just was bored. She started to cook. She was bored. We were all sitting at home, but she just started to cook. Got 1 or 2 people to supply her. And then there was this pitching that she just indulged in. She won the 2nd place position. She won cash with the cash. And at that, from then she has been processing, packaging food. She goes to buy from the farmers, then she packages it and sells it on the internet. That is the digital we're talking about. If you Google her, what does she call herself? I think Bpr Food and Farms. You will find her. She's all, So I have believed in entrepreneurship. Everybody, no matter whatever. What I found out about government work, I've been opportune to interact with CEOs or MDs that have risen from the rank of maybe entering the entrance level in government to the highest level. When they retire, they are most confused. But as an entrepreneur, you know what to do. This is what you have been doing all your life. It may be difficult starting. Whoever that tells you it's easy to market or to break through is lying. It's grace of God. But once you continue persistent and continue to work on it, attending this kind of program that will help you, enlighten you more about what you need to do, actually helps you. Because the bottom line is what enters your pocket, and that is what people acknowledge you for. If you don't have anything, nobody notices you. But when you start making money on yourself, and the beauty of SMEs is that you keep growing and keep growing and keep growing and keep growing, you become the CEO CEO of yourself, you are the one that manages your time, and then all the resources. When you work for people, you can make all the money for them, and they still pay you that agreed in that what is agreed on your contract. But SMEs, we can never overemphasize the importance of SMEs. We can never overemphasize it. So what you have done or what you are doing, at whatever age you decide you wake up to it, it's something everybody must embrace. I still do it, and I'm not going to get tired. I told you my children, my son graduated as what was the Hebrew in Bangkok? The international law and diplomacy. That is what he graduated. He wrote it. But today he's a photographer. When he told me he wanted to be a photographer, I said, what on earth? How can you, after going to school? He's 22 today, but if you check him out, he's doing fashion photography. As I'm speaking to you, he's directing the next Lagos Fashion Week. He has been working with them. He works with Rise Fashion Week that they do in Easter. They didn't do it this year, probably because of COVID and last year. But they had it last year also. They had it this year, early this year. Then they didn't do it last year. But he is a photographer. Now, Lagos Fashion Week is coming up. He is the director of what's it called? A creative director. That's what he just called me on phone today or yesterday to tell me. And he has been able to, build himself up. And then gradually you keep developing. So if you look at all this popular photographer too, he was a well-known lawyer. Cole also, Smart Cole, all of this, you'll be wondering. I didn't know until when he told me I had to go and start searching about photography and all of that. And you can see that he's an entrepreneur and they are all just doing. I have another child that is working in the government. I know that one is older, but I keep supporting him. But the younger one that is an entrepreneur, I don't support any by giving him ₦1 anytime. So what we are talking about is that as much as we can do what we love, and the beauty of this entrepreneurship is that you do what you want to do and what you love to do at your own time and make this money without much stress. So I encourage everyone today. Thank God that this present administration has hammered on the SMEs, and there are so many opportunities. I don't know whether people were able to apply, but what I can always say is that from this, I'll look for the organizers, I'll look for the SME, for SMEs, there's in the office of the vice president, and then try to link it so that if we get, because it's important that if your business is not registered, it will be a problem. But I think to be a registered business name is as low as, the time it was $5,000.
5,600.
You can even do it from the comfort of your home. Yes, you can do it on your own. Then I think
that the new camera make a card to upload it that day.
You see?
You'll be able to.
I don't even know all of this, but
the
I
new
know
camera, the new financial act, all those things.
You don't need to go anywhere. Then you just pay by I think it's 5,000 you pay to government or something for you, or 6,000. So if your business is not registered, please register it so that opportunities that are bound, they come out. They call it COVID fund right now and all that. That was what happened the last time. Once it's registered, I will also contact this, and then I know if there are a way of when these things are happening, we can actually be able to get the first instance from the government. Thank you very much.
I am paying from the political circle. Dr. Usim sitting in our midst, encouraging us. We also had from the executive a personality of office of the president in the vice president's office, being here, taking the world down to your doorsteps. What stops you from planning to become Dangote, Otedola, and others in future to come? During Abiola, MK Abiola, for those of us that were grown up then, did you hear any name Otedola Femi? No. Did you hear any name Dangote? Bua, Isiaka, Abdulsamad Rabi, did you hear anything related to that? The Elumelus, where were they then? That is to tell you, even in the private sector, there is what you call generational shift. Just the way that you had in the First Republic, you had the Tafawa Balewas, the Okoti Ebos, the Michael Obaras, Obafemi Awonos, today their time has gone. Came the Second Republic, the Shagaris, the Unongos, the Upper Apus, the Sisionos, the Jim Uwobodos, the Obakarinis, the Michael Abekole Adjustments. Today, they are no longer there. There came also the short-lived IBB democratic experiment, where they elected governors, which gave IBB the title of military president. You had the like of Kola Ishola in Oyo, Michael Otedola in Lagos, you had Sahad Benekudu in Chigawa, architect Kabir Gaya in Kano, Shaba Lafiahi in Kwara, you had Reverend Father Moses Adasu in Benue, you had the likes of who? Can anybody remind me? Odo, Bamidele Olumelua, you have Ishaka Adeleke in Osho, you have the likes of this handsome man in Imo, then Achike Udewa, and quite a Clement Ebri in Cross River, Akma in Semi, in Akwa Ibom, you have Sale Mechika in Adamawa, quite a number of them. Then, from 1999 to date, we have Ojuiz Okalu. Where is he today? He has left. Other people took over. So also in the private sector, as the two elegant, eloquent, and brilliant women folk who have seen it all are motivating you. From this on, you can take the challenge, please. Don't look at it. There is a musician that I like his music. He said, Dangote Olorimeji, I want to be a billionaire, Teni. She said, she, right? She's encouraging you. That is to tell you, when you watch them on Al Jazeera, CNN, NTA, TVC, you don't need to be intimidated. You can see the histories that Dr. Olu gave, the history that Mr. Greg of Australia gave, the history that Madam Noe gave. That is enough to give you motivation. From now, be your own CEO, be your own MD. You can look at them. Once you borrow, that is why there is an adage that says, success does not make success. Failure brings success. Because once you fail, look at Abraham Lincoln theory in America. Severally, he vied for the least positions, he couldn't get it. After how many trials, he became president of the world superpower country, United States of America. Like Mr. Mary, the resource person, while he was talking, is also an issue of contact, ideas, and most of it. So I believe from the submissions of these globally acknowledged personalities, from political, executive, economic, as well as entrepreneurship angle, you are being motivated and you've been motivated. On this note, we like to go on the next item on agenda. I have been instructed not to take questions and answers, but I am a Democrat. We will make brief question and answer from just two. One from this line, one from the other line, and it's going to be gender balanced. So if you are satisfied from your National Assembly, pick among you who is going to ask questions from the right row, then the left row. If a male comes from here, then from here it must be a female, and the question should not exceed just 1 minute. Can we start? From this just 1 minute, ask any question from any of the resource person or maybe our important guest on the high table. Your names first, company possibly.
Okay. So my name is Miss Mezo Neka. My company name is Friendly Connection. So my question wants to go to you. Hello. Hello, sir. My question wants to go to you. So I've been in my business for a very long time, and one of the challenges that I face in this digital world is mostly network issues. Like, the normal network is mostly MTN, Airtel, and other ones. Can you tell us about maybe a good network that we can source out from? Because it's actually a vital. That when you want to get your customers, you can't get good network. So you can actually tell us in your own experience, like apart from this one that we know, a good network can actually buy from or pick everything.
Okay, thank you very much. Friendly Connection, right?
Yes.
Well, I'm not the representative of the Federal Ministry of Communications and Digital Economy, but at least in the last 1 year, we've been able to achieve 12% broadband penetration from 30. Now it's hovering around, I think, 52 on the 2 years, and there are so many things that are involved in broadband, right of way, service providers, and so many intricacies. You won't really but what the service that you're getting is PPP, point-to-point protocol. It's a shared service. As a small business owner, you can, and it has to do with your location as well. Maybe you have to find out, you have to do the assessment yourself. You find out which service provider is best in that particular area, because it's backed with WiMAX, and maybe the 3G or 4G. The 5G policy was recently adopted by the Federal Executive Council 2 weeks ago. So that means there's going to be improvement. What we're trying to say is hope and help is on its way. The broadband will get there. Yet still, I'm not talking on behalf of government. I'm just trying to give you the facts according to what the records are. Currently, the National Digital Policy Strategy on Digital Economy is implemented. Broadband plan is being implemented. So broadband services will be quite cheaper, and you'll be able to make use of that. But as a primary business owner, what you needed is the platform. Once it's online, then you get a kind of communication link, a form, and the products. Then your customer interacts with you. Then you respond either via mail or directly. So you have different means of communication. WhatsApp, they're all there available online. Direct text through your number, but at least your business is visible. So that visibility, that's what you need. Because you are not an internet-based establishment company that relies on network fully to function. So you can just walk it around, and we hope the network improves so that you'll be able to respond to your customers effectively. So it's just knowing or understanding what you need to work on, or how you can go around that. Technology, generally, not just in Nigeria, there are challenges in technology, but legal authorities and service providers are trying to make it better and cheaper.
Thank you very much. Round of applause for yourselves. Clap for you. While you were asking the question, two personalities walked in. I'd like to recognize the presence of Honorable Usman Ibrahim, National Coordinator, MPO Dynamic Support Group, and is the Sardauna Samarin Nigeria, Sardauna Matasa, that is for the youth. He also has his company, Dr. Femi Peace Aguloye. You are all welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir. I want to ask about the best way that we can improve on our MES businesses. The best online approach towards that.
The best online approach?
Yes, on actually how to improve our small businesses.
Thank you very much. Actually, there is a scope. It depends on what you really want to do and what you need at that particular time. Like, let me give you an example. From your own perspective, your technical service provider, okay, your business, what you need as improvement is getting on that digital map, then support. Like now, websites of 21st century are like, they have their human side, which we call AI. You know, you set it up like automatically, then you fix it. People will go there, their self-service help within what you offer. you can have the free part of that service and the paid version of that service. That's improving your service provision. You can record videos on how people can do it themselves as paid subscribers. These are all within what you can do. This like what exactly you can apply in respect of your particular business, your specific business. But on a general perspective, you have to look at, if it's a production arm, you have to look at the supply chain, what you need. You need an ERP, enterprise resource planning, where you have to do Bpr, business process engineering, to meet all the processes, right from HR, internal process, customer side. Then you have a model. There's a model we call COVID 2019. There's so many models. Adopt those models. Internal process has defined it for you. Customer service has defined it for you. And it gives you the exact balance scorecard. That's the description of that particular process. So you know exactly what you are doing at a particular time, and you know what to do when things have been escalated, for instance. So that's on a general scope. So now I've responded in this way. I give you your service specific and a general scope. There are lots more. But tomorrow at the technical session, we're going to discuss specifically within the service that you're providing, and we implement them right there and then.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Question. Before we go to the personality interview section, because all the personalities on our table, including some of the participants, who are going to be taken aback to be interviewed in order to have a widened global memory and archive. Before doing that, Honorable Usman Ibrahim, you came late, sir, and you are part of this APC government. Thank God that your sister from Office of the President, Vice President's office is here. She has apologized on your behalf. But we give you 1 minute because you represent important youths from the northern Nigeria. And this entrepreneurship, I believe, you take it to your state, Borno, Yobe, Adamawa, as well as Taraba, Bauchi, and Gombe states, because you come from the northeastern geopolitical zone. My own, I will take it to my place. Alaji Kabiru will take it to his place. Nike will take it to her father's house in Lagos. And if there is another Onyekwe, Madam Noye will take it to the east, while Dr. Olu is double, including America. So I don't know which of the parts I'm going to take it to. Maybe the Yoruba side, the Igbo, or the Akwa Ibom. No, you know your name is unique. Dr. Olu Wilson. So the Olu comes from southwest, while the Usim is south-south. Usim, oh, I thought it's Akwa Ibom. That is wonderful. So we'll take it to the southeast now. Thank you very much. Honorable, 1 minute. Just a remark.
This Abulewe, National Secretary. Actually, we are impressed. I am sure of put my best on this. So I think since we come late, we don't know what you guys have gone through. I believe tomorrow the technical section of that very bad. But I also want to have 1 minute for my brother to also add value to this one. So thank you very much.
It's quite important to reiterate that Nigerians are, enterprising, especially the youth. People have been doing things in different ways. And for the fact that micro businesses have remained micro over the years means that we have not been doing it well enough. And for the fact that medium have not been able to graduate, it's also an evidence that we have not been able to do it well. And the small have remained small over the years. It means that we have not been able to do what we're supposed to have done. And that is the reason why this kind of seminar is organized. I want to commend the organizer of this event, and I want to commend the participants. I want to encourage you that we should all learn from the good innovations, ideas that we are writing from this. So we are totally in support of this seminar. And by tomorrow, as Madila has said, we'll be here on time so that we can participate fully in the president. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.